welcome to Seen Through Glass. Welcome to Dubai and the Cadillac ATS-V. So amazingly, Cadillac have hooked us up with two cars whilst we're out in Dubai, and I've actually mainly been driving the other car, the ATS-V, but this morning I thought it was about time that I jumped in this, the silver beast, the ATS-V, and took it for a drive. So this is literally the first time I've been in this car, and this is a twin turbocharged V6. So I'm quite excited to get behind the wheel of this one. The other car I've been driving, the ATS-V, which I will be doing a video on, is a absolute beast of a V8. But we are in here, and the first thing I noticed, actually, I really like the interior. It's got this kind of like grey beige leather, which I'm a big fan of. But these cars are really cool, and out here in Dubai, the amount of attention they are getting is ridiculous. Something which I didn't know is that in the UAE, people really love American cars. Really love American cars. We have seen so many Mustangs, so many Camaros, so many other American cars that I don't know the name of, but they are all loving these Cadillacs. Everywhere we go, the amount of attention we get is silly. It is very early on a Sunday morning. We have got up to film before we head over to watch the F1. So I have no idea if you get rush hour in Dubai, but it doesn't seem like it. The roads are empty. However, that does not mean we're going to be going on drag races down Dubai streets, because the speed limits are really strict here. So it's quite hard to get a real learning for this car, because you can't really push it that much. But we're going to cruise around, and I'm going to learn it with you guys, let you know how it is. And first impressions are the interior is really nice. Now, me and Paul Wallace did actually drive an American car quite recently in Germany, so I seem to be in the habit of checking out American cars. But this, I think, is the first time Cadillac have made a sporty car for quite a long time. And I'd been watching a few videos before we came out and had the chance to drive this. But this car, so that you know, if you are a European viewer, is kind of a rival for the M3, M4. It's not actually available in the UK, but in Europe it's priced around 72,000 euros, I think, for the coupe version. We're in the saloon at the moment, and I think that's a little bit cheaper at like 68 or 69. So it's not a cheap car, but you get a ton of kit. You get loads. I've got a heads-up display right now, which is awesome. All these sat-nav things. We had the iPhone plugged into the other car. Really nice leather. So yeah. Oh, am I going the right way? Yeah, I think so. Just realised we didn't actually really know where we're going, do we? So as you can see, the weather out here is insane, and this car doesn't actually have a sunroof. The other car, the ATS-V, does, and it's a beautifully light interior. But in here, it does feel sporty, this car. It definitely feels sporty. As I say, we're in the saloon rather than the coupe, but it doesn't feel like a big car at all. I feel small and nimble. I'm looking down, trying to now read my dash, seeing what that's telling me. As I say, this is literally the first time I've been in this car, so I am trying to learn everything with you guys. We're in the auto. I don't actually know if it comes with a manual. It must come with a manual. I know, we're in an auto, so if there's a manual, check that out. And I've got buttons on my steering wheel, various select things. I've got the really cool Cadillac logo, which I do like. Colourful. It's useful information for you, isn't it, as a purchaser? You get a colourful logo on your steering wheel. Now, one thing which we have been living in the ATS-V is sport mode. We found with that car, it just makes it the beast you want it to be. So I'm now going to try and find sport mode here. I've got mode select buttons down. Oh, here we go. It comes up there. Okay, now sport mode immediately is selected. I've got tour, sport, track, and then snow and ice. Snow and ice, which is my favourite mode on the F-Type, so I don't kill myself all the time. We're now in sport. Unfortunately, as I say, Dubai speed limits and the fact that we're about to get on a highway mean that I'm not really going to find out much about the performance of this car. But I do know it's 0 to 60 is sub 4 seconds. It's 3.9. So it is quicker than my car. Ooh, hello. It's quicker than my car, which is going to be interesting. I've got really nice paddles on the back of my steering wheel that feel great. Got like these metallic-y, they're big paddles. Which, you know, I always think that people, you know, say manuals rule over autos, but I think autos, when you've got some good paddles that work well, I think it's just as fun. So let's see what happens if I... Oh, 7th gear, so it's an 8-speed gearbox. That is nice. Keep coming down, that's 6th, 5th. No idea what the speed limit is here, but we might be about to break it. 4th, still coming down. 3rd, there we go. Woohoo, it sounds meaty. That is nice. I'm saying when we've been starting them up, I think the CTS has been sounding nicer. As I say, there is a full video coming on that, so I don't know why I'm giving away like all the details of the CTS right now, but it is a V8 and this is a V6, but it still sounds good. It does feel like this car wants to fly. It does feel ready to go. The gearbox, I think the gearbox is quicker than the CTS-V. It's the one thing, again, that I'm ruining my review of the CTS-V, which please do still tune into. The gearbox hasn't been that quick in the CTS. We've had a tiny bit clunky going around town at times, but this is pretty instant on the downshifts, which I am liking. I think this is the car that I would probably consider, the coupe version of the ATS-V, even though it's not available in the UK. If I was in Europe, I would probably be looking at it as an M4 rival. And it's just different, especially in Europe. You just don't see these cars every day, and they really look like FBI, like undercover FBI cars. So you can kind of drive around freaking people out, being like, oh, that's James Bond. Well, you get the idea. What else can I tell you as my sort of first time experience? Not a lot. I mean, I'm still trying to... Oh, we've got some nice Alcantara over here on sort of the doors. But there's all these like nice little touches, these kind of like sporty-ish touches. I do really like these seats. I've got huge Brembo brakes. Brembo brakes, I do know about that. And they've been pretty awesome in the other car. I'm going to stop saying its name now because I talk about that more than this car. But it's because this is the first time I'm in this and I'm just doing a direct comparison, even though it's like comparing the M4 and the M5, which I guess isn't the cleverest thing to do. They are very different cars. Petrol and fuel, what am I doing? Fuel economy, average. And my average is... Oh, well, this is very confusing. I'm going to say 13.1 kilometers per litre, which unfortunately, because I'm British, I have no idea what that means, but let's hope it's good. But as I say, in Dubai, these cars have been getting a ton of attention, so people are loving them, and I guess in America these cars go down really well. I don't know. But we did meet up with an American photographer the other day who was freaking out about these cars, which is exciting. Like, it's really cool to be part of this new V series the Cadillac are doing, and amazing that we've had the chance to jump in them so early on. What's also quite nice is, as we're on the highway now, it is a really good cruiser, and I know that's a silly thing to say about the fact we're testing out the V series, but it is, like, we're just cruising along. I've got cruise control in this car. Engine start, stop, so it's keyless go. One really cool thing, which I will show you when I get the chance, I shall show you now because I would have recorded it already, the wonders of editing, is this has remote start stop, so you can be walking up to the car and start it using the key, which is the coolest thing in the world. I would just literally sit in restaurants just starting up my engine. I don't know why, but I'd just be like, boom. Now I'm going to try and work out the speed limit here so I can just do a bit of an acceleration for you. I'm in sport and drive, I'm not even on the paddles. I'm just going to gun it and see what happens. That feels pretty quick. that does genuinely feel pretty quick. I literally just put my foot flat to the floor and it went quite fast, and then some nice sporty downshifts there. So this is cool. It feels like the car suddenly just learned that I want to go quicker, and it's holding all the gears a bit longer. The acceleration is rapido. It's just ready to go. I haven't said anything. All I did was floor it, and now the car's like, okay, you want to go quick? Let's go quick. Lots of other kit, which I'm sure I could experience with. There's heated seats going on down here. I'm trying not to crash. The Dubai motorways are quite intense. Oh God, everyone's pulling in. Ah! Learning new road systems in foreign countries is always quite intense. And because I'm British, I'm currently sat on the wrong side of the car and on the wrong side of the road, whilst I realise driving on the right-hand side is correct for like 90% of the world. But for me, it's a foreign concept. So bear with me for a moment while I try not to crash and die. It is a bit of a shame that I can't take the car anywhere and really push it, because this is like I think this is the lightest ever ATS that Cadillac have made. And a lot of work I know has gone into this to make it super sporty and super V-series. And unfortunately, I'm not only just getting in the car and learning it, but I've got nowhere I can really push it. This would be a cool car to track. I was speaking to someone the other day who got to track these cars and was just saying they are complete animals and really quick. The CTS, again, to ruin my review of that car, is a over 200 mile an hour car. Got some speakers, and yeah, I got Bose speakers. It's pretty good. I think the kit, and this is carbon fiber trim. The kit you must get, and I don't know if all of this is the same kit as Europe, because this is a Middle Eastern car, so some of the spec might be a bit different, but all of this is standard. Wow, pretty awesome. I think the suspension is softer in this car as well than the ATS-V. No, I'm in the ATS-V. Oh God, so confusing. It definitely feels quick, this car. I think because it's smaller, but really powerful than the other car I've been driving this week, which I'm banging on about again. What am I doing? It does feel quick and nimble. Found a corner, I'm taking it, I've hugged the apex. Yeah. This is a rapid car. Now I've come off the motorway and found some roads that I can go 0 to 60 or 0 to 60 kilometers an hour in Dubai. It does feel rapid. I'm now in manual mode. The gears are definitely a lot quicker in this car. The gearbox is good. There's a massive bus in front of me, so I'm going to use those Brembo brakes. I found that really hard to say. It's a weird alliteration. Brembo brakes. I keep saying Brembo bakes. Maybe he does. I just don't know. I like this car. To give you a slightly different perspective, I've now jumped into the passenger seat and let Shmee150 take over the driving to try and give you a bit more of a technical overview of this car, but also get some other people's thoughts, because really I don't know what I'm talking about most of the time, so I thought it'd be interesting to get somebody else who had no idea what they were talking about and see what their thoughts of this car were. So, in terms of Newton meters of torque though?
Newton was a great man.
And gear ratios, do you think they're short enough or too long?
Do you know what? I would say that they're just right. There's 8 gears, and each of them is drives.
And what about the steering rack? Do you think that the degree of angle is wide enough?
Yep. What? Steering rack? You don't even know what you're talking about.
That is actually some really helpful input.
That's great.
See, I'm not the only one who has no idea what they were doing. So there you have it, the Cadillac ATS-V. I mean, literally my first impressions. I haven't got a whole lot to tell you apart from I do really like it. I'm going to be driving this car a lot more before it goes back to Cadillac whilst we're here in Dubai, because I think I prefer it to the big car. Maybe because I prefer smaller cars. But this is now, I think, a contender. I'm sad it's not coming to the UK, but I think maybe next time I do a Europe trip, this could be a cool car, especially in Germany, like a big Autobahn cruiser. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been kind of informative. My reviews are never that informative. But anyway, give it a thumbs up if you have. Give it a thumbs up if you like the idea of a Cadillac in Europe. I think it's a cool thing, I have a Cadillac. And make sure you subscribe for the CTS-V review, which will come at some point, even though I basically told you all the things I'm going to say in it. But I'll try and say something different. And I will catch up with you guys soon for more content, more videos, and more things from Dubai. Thanks for watching. This is better than the best lesbian porn you have ever watched. This is like Jennifer Lawrence naked with chocolate rubbed over her.